passed today, 5 correction officers, one of whom is high-ranking, are now behind bars as a part of a major investigation into prison contraband. It began with a raid early this morning at the Manila prison facility, followed by a raid at a Barragata residence. PNC's Janela Carrera reports that 3 civilians were also arrested and more arrests are pending.
Sad day for DOC.
A sad day indeed. 5 officers will now be locked up behind the very bars they once had the keys to. The 5 officers are Lieutenant Jeff Limo, Frankie Rosalind, Jerry Hokug, Ed Crisostomo, and Jerome St-Nicholas. At a press conference today, Chief of Police J.I. Cruz officially announced the charges each of them face.
Lieutenant Limo was arrested for official misconduct, receiving bribes, and accepting gratuities for past services. Officer Edward Crisostomo was arrested for the use and carry of a firearm during or in relation to further drug trafficking. Corrections Officer Jerry Hokug was arrested for official misconduct, promoting prison contraband, and conspiracy to promote prison contraband. And Corrections Officer Franklin Rosalind was arrested for official misconduct and promoting prison contraband.
St-Nicholas was also charged with official misconduct, criminal facilitation, conspiracy to promote prison contraband, and illegal possession of drugs and firearms. Chief Cruz says the investigation began a few months ago and culminated with a raid early this morning at the DOC Manila compound, followed by a raid at 2 homes. 3 individuals were additionally arrested: Paul Johnson, Roxanne Hokog, and Department of Public Works employee Ron Meno.
As a result of that shakedown, officers confiscated cell phones and what is suspected to be crystal methamphetamine, also known as ice.
At the residence, authorities confiscated ice, several firearms, and cash.
We believe that at one of the residences there were over 30 grams of crystal methamphetamine, and we're still trying to confirm the amount at the second residence.
How is that DPW employee tied into this case?
Again, through the course of the investigation, we have evidence that has led us to believe that there's a collaboration that has been going on.
At least one of the 5 officers arrested are high-ranking, namely Lieutenant Limo, who served as the Internal Affairs Officer and spokesman for DOC for several years. Limo has been a respected figure within DOC and has spearheaded a number of investigations into prison contraband. While his image and that of DOC may be tainted, DOC Director Tony Lamarena says the morale at DOC remains high.
Limo he's been the face of DOC for the last several years. Many people trust him, and he's always been a force of authority there. What can you say to the integrity of DOC because of what's going on now?
You know, it's a sad day for DOC. But you know, the reality is we need to let the judicial process take its course. But we also don't condone any illegal activities.
Let's respect the process.
The DOC officers are currently here at the Hagåtña precinct for processing. After processing, they'll be taken to the DOC Manila compound, where DOC Director Tony Lamarena says special arrangements have been made to ensure their safety. For PNC News, I'm Janela Carrera.
Director Lamarena says the 5 officers will be served with notices of adverse action and may be placed on administrative leave, depending the outcome of the criminal investigation. Chief Cruz says more arrests are expected as well. You can watch the entire press conference on our Facebook page.